In this tutorial, you'll learn how to use auto-rotate to make objects automatically align along their direction of travel. To get started, we'll open the auto-rotate tutorial scene included in the examples. This already provides a motion path flying through some simple scene geometry, however no rotation has been applied yet. While we could use the motion path to generate its own rotation, for this tutorial we will instead be using the auto-rotate behavior. Select the ship rotate object and add it to the Timeflow view by pressing Alt-tilde. Then right-click on the object and select Add Automation, Auto Rotate. The new channel is added and its settings are displayed in the inspector. We can press play to preview the animation with the default settings. The ship is obviously facing the wrong way, so the first thing we'll want to do is correct the orientation. In this case, we can simply enable Invert Direction to flip the orientation. Or you could enter a value directly in the orientation field. This value could also be animated if you wanted to change the orientation over time or combine it with other channels. But for now, we'll leave it set to 0. The up vector determines the upward axis of the object, affecting how it aligns itself in space. This value is normalized, meaning the values entered must add up to 1. If, for example, we set 1 on the x-axis and 0 on the y, then the ship rotation flips to make the x-axis upward. Though for this case, we can set it back to the default value of 1 on the y-axis. If Reset on Rewind is enabled, the orientation is set back to the default setting when the scene loops or jumps back in time. This is usually the desired behavior, however you might disable it for seamlessly looping motions. Next we have Smooth Time, which applies temporal smoothing to the rotation. Note that smoothing can only be previewed when playing the animation. This sets a value in seconds, acting as a delay on the rotation, having an overall dampening effect. Or a value of 0 may be entered for no smoothing, making the object adhere to the path precisely. Note that the auto-rotate behavior only calculates at the current time, so cannot anticipate changes in the object's motion ahead. If you wish to rotate an object along a path with anticipation of the curves, use the auto bank behavior. Another feature we have is the ability to lock each rotation axis. If, for example, you want to prevent the object from pitching up and down, you can lock the x-axis. The override feature may be enabled to take control over auto-rotate or blend it with another value. Both the override and blend values may be animated or controlled by scripts to transition auto-rotate on and off or combine it with other animation channels. One other helpful tip when using auto-rotate is in the update settings to select Late Update. This ensures that the rotation is calculated after all transforms have been calculated. Using Late Update is most often the fix if you encounter jittery motion when working with multiple behaviors. That concludes this video on using auto-rotate. Please refer to the documentation links in the video description below for further information. Next up, we'll go over using the distance behavior.